Hey, I'm Darren. I'm in my first year of my post-secondary career. I have my mom here, who's going to be asking me a few questions about how I've been doing this first semester. A little bit of background on my academic history. For me, academics have been a little bit of a battle. I struggle with organization, planning, and procrastination. And I tend to fall into the same pattern where I start off a year with good intentions, fail on one of the things I struggle with, and my motivation collapses and I just give up. And the plan for this year is to change that.
Hi Darren. So going into this year, what plan did you have in your mind to be successful academically, knowing the background that you have?
I think the first big thing that I decided was to spend a lot more money to live in residence, because I knew that the commute would kill my motivation, and that the environment that living on at the college would create would help me stay engaged in the subject matter and in learning generally. But I also realized, because I made that decision, I no longer had the direct support of my parents. So I planned and succeeded in finding a friend group that cared and were close knit. So whenever we show weaknesses and show that we're about to falter, we have shoulders to lean upon and it to help through. So I found a group, and I'm super grateful. But I also realized that since this is my first experience in a post-secondary environment, there will be things that I can't even think about and can't prepare for. So I looked into the services offered by the school. I found the academic coaching. So I got myself an academic coach. I got myself a peer tutor, and both of those things, people, they help me with my time management, with my scheduling, and just so I don't forget things, because executive functioning is something that I generally deal with, or a problem I generally deal with.
So, all that said, what did you think your biggest obstacle might have been this year so far?
Well, I was really worried at the beginning that the pattern would continue, that I would fail something and completely crash and just give up. And I have to say, there have been some rocky patches. I have missed a relatively important test, but that being said, I'm still going strong. I've recovered from that experience, and that's progress.
So Darren, you're 6.5 weeks into your year. What have your obstacles been?
Well, I think my first big obstacle came at me first week when I figured out that most of my classes had an online element, and 2 of my classes were fully online. That, to me, that's my kryptonite. Online classes have no material place for my memory to hold, so they're easily forgettable for me in the day-to-day, especially when I'm stressed. Not only that, but when working online, I'm 2 clicks away from distraction on YouTube, on Discord, and that becomes a big issue when I scored a negative 16 on my self-control test, which is a great indication of my self-control there. And because I struggle with time management and organization, trying to remember to check due dates and trying to find out where they are in all the different organization styles of all of my professors becomes a nightmare, and I struggle with that. and I've become overwhelmed, which has led to anxiety and stress, which has led me to eat far, far less. I've lost 10 pounds in the last 2 weeks. And over the course of a semester, I've had an average of 4 hours of sleep in any given day, but that would be sporadic, so there'd be some days where I wouldn't sleep at all.
Those are significant obstacles, Darren. In light of your goal to break the pattern, what are your tactics to persist and have a good year?
So, although I've had trouble with my resource support, it has come together, and I have been able to use the accommodations I've been given to great effect. I've been able to reduce stress and increase my time management with the 24 hours extensions that I've been using, which has greatly helped me in the long run. I've also been focusing on self-help. I've connected with a guidance counselor from my residence who teaches yoga, and I'm working on breathing techniques just to help settle my mind. And when the stress gets bad, when I'm working on an assignment and I'm losing track, I take a break, I go down to the 3rd floor and play a game of pool to resettle and reform my mind so I can go back to the task fully focused. I have also found within the last few days a study buddy who, him and I share the same issues, and together we plan on helping each other succeed. So we plan on helping each other remember due dates. We are going to be working together at the same time on projects, so neither one of us can procrastinate till 3 hours before the due date on Sunday. And it is all of these things that I've been doing over this course. All of these things are being done to break the programming I've had within myself that I'm not an academic student, that I cannot succeed in an academic environment. And so far I've proven that the pattern is breakable, that I can move forward, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of this semester.